We make choices every day. What will I have for dinner? What programs shall I watch? But other choices that we make are much more significant than those, because these types of choices can change the course of our life. I suspect many of us can identify with some critical decisions that we've made that had a lasting impact. We come to that proverbial fork in the road and have to decide, am I going to go this way or that way? It could be schools that we attend, or the profession or vocation that we choose, or the one that we didn't choose. We come to see that a relationship that has ended will make our life totally different, or one that has begun will make all sorts of different impacts. Today's gospel tells us a story about such a life-altering choice. The young man in the gospel wanted to know what he needed to do to inherit eternal life. Well, keep the commandments, Jesus tells him. He says, well, I've done all that since my youth. So then Jesus looks at him, loves him, and invites him. Invites him to go sell all that he has and follow Christ as his disciple. And I think it's the only time in the gospel stories that a person is invited to follow Christ and chooses not to. We are told that he went away sad. He was given a choice that would have impacted his entire life. Who knows what he might have done? Would he have been chosen to be one of the apostles? Or would he write one of the Gospels? Or would he give his life for Christ? In the case of the young man, he might have looked at what Jesus asked of other people, of Andrew or Peter to leave their nets and follow him, or for Matthew to give up his profession. Some people say that the young man should not have asked the question if he wasn't prepared to really listen to the answer. I know I've read that trial lawyers never ask a question that they don't already know the answer to. It's too dangerous in a trial. Well, what about us? Should we ever really ask the question, what do you want of me, Lord? Or how do you want me to serve you? Unless we're prepared to hear the answer. And it's not simply talking about a religious vocation, but that certainly should not be excluded. Perhaps someone here is asking, what do you want of me, Lord? And maybe the answer really is to explore a possible vocation. But at the same time, the question, what do you want of me, Lord, can be asked by everyone here. It really is how Christ wants me to live my life. And I shouldn't ask the question unless I'm really willing to hear what Christ asks of me. How is he inviting me, challenging me, not only to keep the commandments, but to go beyond, to be of service to another, to help those in society who are helpless. Perhaps we're not asked to give away all that we possess, but it does mean examining my life to see what possesses me, and not to be satisfied unless the question moves from what possesses me to who possesses me. And the answer ought to be Christ possesses me. What choices are presently before you? Serious choices. What possibilities are there for me to become a better Christian by the way that I live, the selections that I make? Lord, what must I do to inherit eternal life?